Morning. My name is Lisa. Today is Tuesday, June 2nd. I am in a little different setting and I haven't been doing readings the past several days because I am taking care of a family member. So I hope you're well. Card coming out, Ace of Swords. This is the Golden Thread Tarot designed by Gong. goldenthread.co, Labyrinthos. Ace of Swords is in the upright. The sword sometimes will be pointing down, but in the upright, this is new ideas, new ways of thinking coming in. Interesting that there's a snake around it. Well, knowledge was supposed to be, the thing that brought was considered the downfall of living in the Garden of Eden. So how do we use our knowledge? Do we use it? And I see there's a crown in this one, this particular deck, which is really interesting. There's enlightenment, but this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. We're coming off the full moon, which was about rewriting the story. So we might start now, now that we're about 48 hours out from that full moon, getting some ideas about how we want to go forward. But they're just ideas. This is the Ace of Swords, so it's kind of considered like the one in Tarot, the beginning, and then you go to a 2, 3, 4. So there's no real one. There's the Ace. But it's also, could be considered as the card that would follow the King of Swords. So maybe the King of Swords has made a decision and now we have a new beginning here. We have to come up with some new ideas. I see these kind of rays coming off on either side. So the path is not clear, but a path seems to be showing itself. Oh, this is nice. That's a good angle. A path does seem to be showing itself in some regard. The clouds are starting to part and we are getting there's been some amount of enlightenment, but we don't have the full picture. So don't, like that snake wrapped around, like, don't think you have, don't think you have the whole gist, but keep following the light, keep following the ideas, the light bulbs that keep going off. When our other card is so then we have the Four of Swords here that didn't want to get picked up off the table as I was picking up the deck. Let's see if we can get a better angle on that. Ooh, very glary. There we go, Four of Swords. So in the Four of Swords, this is meditation, right? This is, this person is shielded, but there's like all these branches and taking the time to sit with the thoughts and the myriad of feelings that may come up alongside those thoughts. How do you feel about things? So again, feeling our way through. So, meditation is, it's kind of watching the thoughts go by. I see how the swords in this one are kind of just around him, not pointing towards him, which can be the depiction in some tarot decks. This one, they're more around him. So he's just kind of like watching the thoughts, having a remove from them. Eyes are definitely closed in that one, in this. And he has a little bit of a worried expression. I don't know if you can see that. It seems to be a little bit of a kind of a headache. Like, oh, these thoughts, all of this, when I just can't handle all of this. So I need to put this to the side for now so I can come up with some better ideas. Because the path, instead of like using the meditation time as a way to, figure it all out now, allowing something to come toward you through this doorway. This is a very receptive week. So being in a place of receiving, again, looking at all these thoughts, being like, yeah, I need to step back from all of this in order for something, I need to actually put those swords aside in order to allow something different to come toward me, allow some better ideas to come toward me. And that's okay to put it down, to trust enough to put it down. Well, we've got a lot of swords. And I think the Six of Swords came up in one of the last readings that I did. Is that the 6? Oh, no, this is the 7. No, it's a 6. So this is the 6 of Swords. That's coming up again. And we also have the 10 of Cups. So being willing to, again, just let the thoughts come with us. Let the ideas come, putting all of those ideas in a boat, which is relatively calm water. It's we're bobbing along. Knowing that there's mountains to climb. You see that mountain in the background again. In order to come to the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is, again, emotional fulfillment, spiritually filled, emotionally steady, and there's a sun, a star sun and a rainbow. So whatever is coming forward is leading us to a different way forward that is going to be more emotionally fulfilling. And from a place where, 10 is 5 and 5 together, right? Like our thoughts are all in alignment, almost like a day-to-day chariot card kind of thing. Taking our thoughts and our emotions and making, putting them, now we're able to drive forward in the way that is in alignment with God's spirit, the universe, in a way that feels abundant, that feels emotionally, intuitively, and spiritually fulfilling. So we may not have the answer in this moment, but it will come. It will come if we take the time to just, again, agree to put it down, not try to push an agenda forward. I'm going to choose again, be in that more receptive, with the exception of the ace, which is like, aha, I've got it. All the swords are pointing down. So we're not using our thoughts in a damaging way, but if we're not willing to kind of like just put them down and take them with us and use those new ideas, 6 is a number of receiving, using our strategy, using our logic in a way that is constructive. What's the crystal that wants to come forward and help us? Constructive criticism is the word that that was what I was hearing. Constructive criticism. Using our conversations in a way that is constructive and is emotionally sound. And does feel again, it helps us grow emotionally. Meeting situations. What is the crystal that wants to come forward? Black tourmaline, 9 of Wands. Black tourmaline is a very protective. I've also got one other one coming up. Onyx, strength. We have 2 black cards here, black stones here, excuse me, and these would definitely invite introspection, right? Black tourmaline, and this is again the 9 of Wands, of course. That's you gotta just put the thoughts down because they're making you crazy. Oh, this is the 9 of Wands. Sorry. Getting derailed there. 9 is action. Black tourmaline gives us inspiration, self-reliance, stamina, and joy of living. It reconciles the negative forces within and around us by creating spiritual energy. It clarifies our thoughts and reconciles the spiritual with the material. So again, maybe feeling defensive in the action, but using black tourmaline to reconcile the spiritual with the material in order to move in the direction that we want, move on from things that just aren't working in the way that we wanted them to. But if we can, put aside the negativity, onyx, strength, this stone associated with energy and inner strength that helps us identify and overcome our weak points, dispels melancholy, and imparts the power of resistance. Resistance is one of the attributes of a Nine of Wands, right? This is my defensive, just taking the time to step back, and you're maybe back into your own fortress. So you don't get to the Ten of Wands where you just want to put everything down. It's time to step back. It's definitely time to step back because and to get into that place of self fulfillment. I noticed, like, normally this would be there will be people on this card. There's not. This is just, and I was actually, when I was pulling from the crystal deck, I noticed that there's only one fish in this. So this is personal emotional fulfillment. It's not, it's finding that situation from within. From within. 1-8, one sword. Meditation. That's a solo job. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you have a great day. Like, share, subscribe. This will be on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. If you want your own private reading, because this is a reading for the collective, I'm happy to do one for you. Just go ahead and direct message me on any of those platforms. Have a great day.